But if you're on Facebook or on watching me on YouTube, welcome. I'm going to try to do these picks. Um, things may be a little bit haphazard, so please bear along with me. I'm like doing some experimenting, with having an extra day to work with. I may do this on the regular. So, without some of the and the re-recording, I should say, the broadcast live won't have some of the background music or whatever, but I may be able to integrate that in later. But enough of me jawing and everything. Let's look at the rest of the Thanksgiving week picks. It's week 13. And we're not going to get into what happened on Thanksgiving because it seems like everything I picked went the other way. I just, I did not expect much of the Lions because they play uneven on Thanksgiving. And I should have known better that the Cowboys were going to play over their head on Thanksgiving as well. The Bengals beating the Ravens like they did, you didn't see that. Nobody saw that. Not even Bengal fans saw that. So if you want to sit back and say, "Oh, I saw that coming," we know you're lying. We know it's just not gonna work. And I'm just like, yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Anyway, let's get into the Sunday games. We still got Philadelphia. Hopefully, can keep this early Turkey Day picks from being an abject disaster. I went 11-3 last week. Hang on, I got board that I'm working with, so I gotta make sure that I'm doing it right. Okay. Anyway, like I said, I went 11-3 last week.
Congratulations. Well done.
Amazing.
Thank you. Anyway, like I said, I'm experimenting with some stuff, and things may look a little disjointed and off the. Where is that? It was there? I was looking at it. There it is. Like I said, I went. Say 10. Like I said, let's try that again. I went 11-3 last week.
Congratulations. Well,
amazing.
Thank you. Anyway, and sooner or later I'll put the kids in there too. But anyway, let's look at the Sunday games for November 30th. Again, all odds are provided by ESPN Bet for entertainment comparison purposes only. If you spend the Black Friday money on these picks and lose, that's your fault because I don't have any money for shopping. I barely have enough money for shopping myself, much less to give to you. Anyway, let's jump into the picks. Our first game on the docket is 8-4 49ers taking on 3-8 Browns at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. 1 o'clock kickoff on CBS. The 49ers are 4.5-point favorites. Last week, the 49ers defeated the Panthers 20-9, while the Browns defeated the Raiders 24-10. You keep wanting to drill it into Kevin Stefanski. Shedeur Sanders may be your best bet in keeping your job any longer than the end of the season, but he is going to be determined to rush Dylan Gabriel back in. So Shedeur Sanders is supposed to get the start this week against 49ers. Now, the 49ers have no time for also-ran teams. They're going to put this game away quickly. Now, I know it's a Western team going east to play a 1 o'clock game, but still, I still think the Niners are the better team. The pick here is San Francisco. Next on the docket, we have the 7-4 Jaguars taking on the 1-10 Titans at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. 1 o'clock kickoff on CBS. The Jaguars are 6.5-point favorites. Last week, the Jaguars defeated the Cardinals 27-24 in overtime, while the Titans lost to the Seahawks 30-24. The Jaguars struggled mightily on the road in Arizona, but managed to pull out a last-second win in overtime. They head to Nashville to take on the Sad Sack Titans, who have been playing better the last few weeks. They took a good Seahawks team to the wall before succumbing late, but the Jaguars are the better team on paper. Now, will they be able to not mind wander and just play one of these "why are you like this" games that they have a tendency to do? You have the game against Kansas City where they play it like champs, play it tough, and then games against the Cardinals, which they should have lost, but ended up coming out with a win. If they bind Warner to the Titans, they might get beat. But right now, I'm going to go with the prescient pick and take the Jaguars. Pick is Jacksonville. Next on the docket, we have a real good one here. The 6-5 Texans taking on the 8-3 Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. 1 o'clock kickoff on CBS. The Colts are 4.5-point favorites. Last week, the Texans defeated the Bills 23-19, while the Colts lost to the Chiefs 23-20. Now, the Texans are another one of these hard teams to figure. Which team will show up? Now, their defense is solid. They are one of the NFL's best. Their offense, do you really trust Davis Mills? Really? Seriously. And if CJ Stroud is not fully at capacity to go, do you trust him on the road against the Colts? Now, the Colts have their own problems. Daniel Jones has a broken fibula. It's not enough to keep him out. He says he's going to go for it and continue to play. But you worry, one bad hit, and this boy's season could be over. And the Colts' playoff chances will go down the toilet right with them. And you're wondering, is Shane Steichen risking his job by letting Daniel Jones play? I'm going to bank on the fact or the theory that Daniel Jones is going to be good enough to play and that the Colts' decent offensive line will keep him upright. But if he gets hit the wrong way, you're going to pray for that poor boy. Pick here is Indianapolis. Next on the docket, we have the 2-9 Saints taking on the 4-7 Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. 1 o'clock kickoff on Fox. The Dolphins are 6-point favorites. Last week, the Saints lost to the Falcons 24-10, while the Dolphins were on their bye. The Saints are pitiful. Let's just call a spade a spade. They are pitiful. And going into South Beach to face a rested Dolphins team. Now, make no mistake, the Dolphins are not the Patriots. They are not the Broncos. They are not some world beater team. But they are decent enough to be able to put away a sad sack team like the Saints, especially coming off of a bye. I don't trust the Saints offense. I don't trust their defense. I think Miami at home should be the correct play. The pick here is Miami. Next on the docket, we have the 4-7 Falcons taking on the 2-9 Jets at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 1 o'clock kickoff on Fox. The Falcons are 2.5-point favorites. Last week, the Falcons defeated the Saints 24-10, while the Jets lost to the Ravens 23-10. Both of these teams are going nowhere fast. Trusting the Falcons is taking a chance on your life, but trusting the Jets is even worse. Even with the game at home, I don't think the Jets, with their weakened defense, are going to be able to stop a Falcons team that at least has some competency on offense. They have a decent offense. Their defense, just bad. But I think the Falcons on the road should be able to pull out a narrow victory. The pick here is the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to take a timeout and see if I can split this broadcast in two because I'm also recording it. I'm going to put it out on YouTube as well as a full package show. So take a break. I'll be right back. Sports with Hoodwood continues after this.